What up, YouTube? It's your boy Carter TV. This story I'm about to tell y'all, another crazy typical story in a day in the neighborhood, right? It's a Facebook love story. The only one you can only get in New York. For all my New York people, this for y'all. So this young lady named Dee Dee, right? Dee Dee met a young man named Trav on the book. They met on the book. It went from liking each other's posts, hearting each other's stories, to writing each other on, on conversation, like on posts, people's stuff on their timeline, to Dee Dee being the brave soul and inboxing him first. She inboxed him first. They had a conversation, which led to more conversations, which led to them talking every day, which led to numbers being exchanged, phone calls, text messages, and also FaceTiming. Now, this was going on for the first 3 months. A lot of, conversations, basically them to getting to know each other. Trav is a hood nigga. Dee Dee is also a hood chick, but she's the type of hood chick that could switch it. You could go from classy and proper to hood and disrespectful in a matter of a snap of the fingers. You feel what I'm saying? So they was talking for like the good first 3 months. By the 4th month, they actually met in person, went out on a date. Trav was so hood, he wasn't used to certain shit. Those hood niggas that don't go nowhere but the corner store and call that a date. You know what I'm saying? Chopped cheese date type shit. So she basically took him out. She took him out on the first date. She found him somewhat interesting. She also like hood dudes. And she know the type of environment they come from. So she, gravitate towards him. Trav really came from a fucked up situation. He's been in the streets. Daddy left. Mom died when he was real early, so he's living with his grandparents and his cousins. He been in tune with the streets, joining little local hood gangs. Went to juvenile by the age of 12. Doing little local crimes in the neighborhood, shootouts, getting into fights at school. Regular hood shit. Building up his hood resume. You feel what I'm saying? And, he basically was telling Dee Dee that. What he didn't tell Dee Dee was he's infatuated with a lot of women. He can't just have one woman. Now, Dee Dee, she wasn't a lot of women, but she was a nice girl. You know what I'm saying? She didn't want that hood life no more. She wanted to take a hood dude of her likings out of the ghetto. She wanted better for herself. Trav, his mindset was hood. He didn't know anything besides the hood until he met Dee Dee. Now, when I said Trav wants a lot of women, he has his eyes. When he see a girl he likes, he let it be known with his eyes. And Dee Dee didn't catch that early on. So Dee Dee will also, tell him, you gotta get money up. Get yourself out your grave. Dee Dee basically motivate him to be a better him. She motivated him to be better. She motivated for him to move a little smarter, especially with you being in the hood and all. She made him. She suggested certain things to him to fit his lifestyle. He got a little local job, to stay off the police radar. And with him actually listening to her, he bettered himself. You know what I'm saying? He bettered himself. He got his own crib. He got his own little crib. She also taught him how to drive. And he taught her how to shoot a gun, how to scam, how to know when a nigga playing you. He taught her shit she didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So vice versa, they had a really 50-50 relationship where they was teaching each other shit. You know what I mean? I feel like if you're in a relationship with somebody can't teach you now, you don't need to be with them. That's just my opinion. But anyway, by him moving out and getting his own shit, it opened the doorway for him that he didn't know nothing about. You know, he had to learn how to pay bills. He had to learn how to keep up with his car. You know, he had to learn a lot of adult shit. You know what I'm saying? So he gravitated towards that. With him having a job, he was also coming across a lot of different women. You know what I'm saying? He was coming across a lot of different women. And he was talking to these women, getting numbers, fucking some women on the first day. You know what I'm saying? He was having long relationships with other women. And he learned that certain women can help you in certain situations. He learned that certain women can get shit that a man can't. He also learned that certain women lived in neighborhoods where he had beef with. So he was, you know, lining niggas up and he was robbing them or shooting at them. And he was using these women. You know what I'm saying? And all this was under Dee Dee's nose. Dee Dee thought he was just this amazing guy for her. She was doing good for herself. She had a 9-to-5, a real good job. She had her own crib. She had her own car. She was also going to school. She wanted to be a traveling nurse. You know what I'm saying? So with all this going on, Dee Dee also meets a young man at school who also wants to be a traveling nurse. She meets Josh. You know what I'm saying? Now, from when she met Josh, Josh basically told her he was just, you know, another average kid. She thought Josh was a nerd, wasn't his type, none of that. It's not until a situation at school happened where dude was bothering Dee Dee so much, Josh stepped in and told the dude back off. He's like, that's not your bitch. He's like, yo, watch your face. Don't call her no bitch before I beat the shit out you. And he beat the dude up in front of her. And she had a double look, like, where'd this come from? And he basically told her, you know, I also grew up in the hood too. I just don't show that side. I know how to hold it and be professional. So she was just amazed. Then she noticed he had tattoos all on him. She was infatuated with this young man. And she also was in a relationship. Now, her relationship with Trav, it went on for about a year. And that year she met Josh. You know what I'm saying? So while this was all going on, Dee Dee started to notice Trav's behavior. After a while, he was on Facebook saying certain shit he shouldn't be saying. He was under females' posts, hearting it, you know, saying wild things on their pictures. Some females was screenshotting his conversation with Trav and posting it on Facebook, exposing him, saying, like, you know, you got a whole girlfriend between my inbox trying to eat my ass. And Trav was just, you know, just like, yo, chill, you ain't gotta do all that. And Dee Dee was like, yo, I gotta let you go. Trav pleaded for her. He got on Facebook again. Oh, I miss my bag, tagging her, posting all that. And their relationship became toxic afterwards. It became him cheating, her going back. Him cheating, her going back. Her getting into altercations with other females. Almost, you know, her getting kicked out of school. It got to the point where Josh intervened and saw that she was on Facebook one day. And he looked up on Facebook and Josh saw somebody he didn't like on her page, right? Saw somebody he didn't like, so he intervened and started talking to her. Started talking to her, and being that they was talking in school, it was much easier for him to move. So what happens now is he gets real close to Dee Dee. Dee Dee starts to like Josh. They start going on a few dates. She starts distancing herself from Trav because she notices it's a toxic relationship. Through the midst of all that going on, you know, Josh asked about her previous relationship. She was just like, you know, it's just toxic and he's not the guy I thought he was. And, you know, we've been through so much and I had to deal with a lot of shit from him, with all the girls, him getting into it with, and girls writing me and then girls running down on me. It was just a whole lot of chaos. And then he would cry for me back. You know, the toxic shit men do. Some men do. But also women are toxic as themselves. Needless to say, Josh had a big plan. He molded Dee Dee. You know, he got Dee Dee the way he wanted her. He started taking her out, showing her good things, giving her gifts, giving her money. All shit she wanted Trav to do. So, one particular day, she told Josh, like, I'm going to see my family in the hood and I'm gonna get up with you a little later. So Josh felt like she was lying for some sort of reason. He looked on her post and he saw that Trav name was under it. So and then he goes to Trav's page and Trav puts out Bae coming through on his story because his page was public. About to see Bae. So he automatically thought it was Didi for some sort of reason. He said, you know what? He pulled up to Didi's apartment building and he called her. Was like, hey, did you leave yet? I was going to stop by and see you for a few minutes. He was like, nah, that's okay. I'm going to see you later on today. I'm just going to go see my mom and make sure she all right. I ain't see her in a while. So he's like, all right. He called just to see if she left yet. He's in front of the building waiting for her to come downstairs. He's parked a good few feet from her car. She comes out. She jumps in her car. She drives off. He follows. He makes a phone call. And when he makes his phone call, the call lasts about 5 minutes. He follows her all the way to the projects. He makes another phone call. He tells whoever's on the phone, yo, I'm at this location. And he like, yeah, bring them things. So about 30 minutes later, Josh people pulls up, about 3 of them. They pull up, they call him, where you at? And they standing like on the side right next to his car. Yo, I'm right here. So they all jump in the car. One of them came with a duffel bag. They opened it up. They start masking up, putting gloves on. Didi is outside the P's with Trav and a couple other, his homies, a couple other females that she know. And Josh sees them. So he knows what's up. They've been looking for Trav for quite a while. You know what I'm saying? Trav had killed some of their friends, also robbed some. And he also raped raped Josh's sister. So Josh been really animated about getting him back. So what happens now is 2 guys go back to the back of the building. Josh and another young man go to the front of the building. They start letting shots out. Boof, 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 boof. Right? Didi get hit. She automatically drops. The dudes coming from the back of the building, they come up through the building and start shooting, catching the guys off guard. Trav dips, left Didi there. Josh runs over, see Didi on the floor holding herself. He looks at her and then runs straight for Trav. Trav ended up shooting one of Josh boys right in the head, dropping him instantly. Josh see that, instantly get mad, run down, catch up to Trav, shoot him, drops him down, stands over his body, and fills his face up with 8 more shots. Then leaves, jumps in his V with the 2 other guys, and they dip off. He reaches out to Didi the next following day. Hey, I didn't see you last night. I thought you'd have came through. What happened? He goes on her page and he sees, get well, Didi, hope you be alright. He go to Trav page, R.I.P. Trav. Mission accomplished for him. About a few days later, Didi finally reached out. Like, I got shot. It was a shooting. The night I was supposed to come see you, I got shot. She's like, do you know about who? She was like, no. So Josh was just like, damn, you alright? She was like, yeah, I was in the hospital, I'm good now. So he's like, you want me to come through? She was like, yeah, I don't mind, come through. Comes through, he sees her, and Josh keeps that composure. You know what I'm saying? He got revenge for his sister because of Trav. Basically, word was on the street that Trav was doing some bad shit, and niggas came for him. I heard he raped the girl, whoever the girl was. I hope her brother, do his best. That brought a little cheer to Josh. I was like, yeah, that's crazy. Josh and Didi moved forward with their relationship. He never told her what was what. They end up having a kid together and moving out to California. That's my Facebook couple relationships, man, story, man. It's your boy Carter TV, and I'm out. Who you, Stank?